In this lesson, we're going to be talking about SMTP. SMTP is the Simple Mail Transport Protocol, and it's the protocol that's used for sending messages from a sender to a recipient. Now, the process of receiving messages are entirely different protocols. So I could send you a message, and it goes and sits in a mailbox somewhere until you go and try and retrieve it. And that retrieval process is a couple of different protocols that we'll look at in subsequent lessons. Let's take a look at SMTP here. I'm going to use Netcat, which is just going to give me a connection to a server, and I'm going to be able to type commands directly into the mail server. So in this case, I'm using a Linux system that I've got here on my network. You can see that it's replying here saying that it's a postfix server running on Ubuntu, and postfix is a piece of software that handles SMTP. This says eSMTP, which is extended SMTP. That means that I'm going to use a slightly different set of commands than I would normally. So what I would normally do would be to send a hello. And you can see the syntax here is hello hostname. So I'm just going to say blah.com because it doesn't much matter. And that's replying with its name. With eSMTP, I would vary that a little bit. I would use EHLO, and you can see again, it very helpfully prompts me for a syntax, and it says the syntax is EHLO hostname. So I'm going to say EHLO blah.com just because it doesn't much matter. And now with EHLO, I'm using extended SMTP, and it's providing me with all of these additional commands that I can use. I could use VRFY, and I could verify an email address. Now you can see here that what I've really gotten is kind of an ambiguous response. One of the reasons for that is VRFY can actually be a pretty dangerous command because what it does is it opens the door to spammers being able to check whether an email address exists or not. And because of that, they can start building up lists of valid user addresses and be able to have good email addresses that they can then sell on to people. So I've actually gotten kind of an ambiguous response here, and one of the reasons is because it's not a good idea generally to have that command supported. So while it's supported here, I'm not really getting a great response. So how would I actually send mail? I would send mail doing the mail command, and I would say mail from me at me.com, and that's okay. Now I would specify a recipient, and I'm just going to say root. Now it doesn't actually like root, so let's try this again. So I'm going to do my EHLO blah.com, mail from me at me.com, RCP2, and let's see whether this one actually works. Partly, I'm having a problem with this because this is a mail server that's not really set up to do anything. It's just here for playing, and that's actually telling me bad address syntax. But this is how SMTP works. You issue a number of commands, and I would do mail from RCPT2, and then if it accepted the RCPT2, so the recipient 2 line, then I would type data, and it would tell me you can start typing your message now, at which point, interestingly, I'd actually have to put the headers back in. And the reason for that is because these are just commands to the server. There's nothing that's actually going to show up in your message there. That just says this is who it's from, so we can verify that the sender is somebody that we accept, and the recipient also somebody that we handle mail for, and we can handle the recipient. The rest of it is actually specified in the text or the body of the message. So I would have a to line, and I would have a from line, and I would have a subject line as well. That's actually how that would work, and I can actually show you if I were to connect into my mail server for my particular domain. I would do this. And you can see this is also eSMTP. Let's just do a help first, and I can show you a little something here. So you can see there's an auth command and a start TLS. The start TLS says we're going to do an encrypted session, and the auth says I'm actually going to authenticate before sending, which means I could send from anywhere in the world, and as long as I've authenticated, then it will accept messages from me. Otherwise, I would have a hard time sending through this because we have issues with open relays. An open relay is where anybody can connect to a mail server and send mail to anybody in the world. What I can do, though, is I can send a message to somebody that is handled at this particular mail server. So I could do mail from me@me.com. And this is where we get into the relaying problem. It actually gets to be challenging to do mail unless you've got your own mail server. You've actually got to be able to do a lot of authentication. So I could send mail using a mail client that was capable of doing authentication, and we would be able to send that mail because the client would handle the authentication. There's some challenge response that goes along with it so that the password isn't actually sent in the clear, and it's not something that I would be able to do just manually. So again, this is kind of why we do this messaging on local systems. And let's just see whether we can get mail out of here just because I'm on a system that this should actually know about and be able to accept messages from. I'm going to do mail from me@me.com, RCPT2. And it's actually going to take that because I'm on the local system. So it's actually going to say that's a network that I trust. And so I'm going to get messages to anybody from this particular host because it's a network that I trust. So you can either authenticate or you can be on a trusted network, and an SMTP server would allow you to send messages through if you were on a trusted network. So now I would do data. And I'm going to do to from subject is test message. Now I'm just going to say, hi, this is me. You can see in this line here that says 354 end data with carriage return line feed dot carriage return line feed. All of that says you put a dot on an empty line and we're going to send the message. So you can see that it's queued, so the message should actually go at this point. Now I'm going to quit my session with the mail server and the mail should have sent at this point. That's how SMTP works. You can see just simple messages. You use mail from RCPT2 and in data, and then again you would fill in the actual bits that say to and from that want to be displayed inside the message itself. So that's how SMTP works. And as I said, in subsequent lessons we'll talk about receiving mail using POP3 and IMAP.